Well, Lost is over now. 6 years of time invested to a show that was incredibly interesting, and a feat of television that I genuinely can't see being matched again. No other show has grabbed me in such a way. Or maybe except for Thomas the Tank Engine, but that was on a whole other level. I was invested in Lost to the point where I would have this urge as every season ended to have my lover Lost return. But I wasn't some widow standing upon the rocks in a robe waiting for my long lost lover to return. I was just some middle-class white guy googling Lost every day, while my lover, some overweight American man, discussed plot points in a boardroom. But it was beautiful nonetheless. And now we have the finale. And it was beautiful too. I cried at the end. The directing was flawless, the acting was very good, and the resolution was very nice. However, it was pointless. And yes, I understood it. I understood that everything actually happened and the split time was in fact an afterlife bridge of some sort. It's a very nice idea. The problem is you could end any show like this. Let's say halfway through The Office you could have a flash sideways of all the crew finding out they used to work in an office. And like here, it gave an emotional ending as they all passed over into the cliched bright white light. But why would we need to see people remembering something that we've just watched? Yes, they're discovering their lives and how together they made their lives matter, but that undermines greatly what Lost is. And I don't mean what the writers say it is, that it's a character-driven piece. Sure, it's got great characters, but a character-driven piece is something like Shawshank Redemption, where the characters drive the plot forward and discover things that wouldn't have occurred had they not been there. The island itself is a separate entity of mystery and confusion, where the answers are needed. Hang on, I completely fucked up that explanation. The island, okay. The island is there. The mystery is already there. There's already. Oh my god, I'm really undermining myself. The island's there. There's already a plot with the island. There's mystery to discover. And that's a plot-driven thing. That's not character-driven. That was the island. And what is the island? Who knows? And a massive illustration of this is that ABC opened a website called Lost Theory. That's not about the characters. That's about the plot. And that's what the grab of Lost is. People didn't waste thousands of hours and write thousands of plot theories about the characters. No, they were interested in what the island was. And I assure you, the characters were the last thing on anyone's mind. Nobody gave a shit if Kate was going to choose Jack or Sawyer. Some people have said it's the only way to have an emotional ending. But why? Even on the island, the bit on the island is, by the way, spoilers. Sorry. Even on the island is Jack walked broken and injured, collapsing on the floor where he first appeared on the island. As he sees that plane fly off carrying his friends, Jack and Kate, he strokes that dog that keeps on appearing for no reason, and then he closes his eyes, bringing the series full circle. That's a great ending. That has relevance. That's the bit that moved me. The actors gawping for 10 minutes at white light. That was bullshit. Just all-encompassing spirituality bullshit. Just, oh, that stained glass window with every symbol of religion on it. That's just stupid. That was so annoying. Where's the atheist symbol, huh? God, they're missing people out. And I was actually waiting for a more heaven and hell, good versus evil explanation of the island. I don't like spiritual stuff, but I wouldn't have minded that, because at least it was relevant to the island. But sitting in a church going off to heaven, that's just taking it to a completely different level. That's left behind shit. That's not lost. And yeah, maybe you can sit around interpreting answers for yourself. The island is a cork on hell. The man in black is evil. Jacob is good. The man in black wants to release the evil. The Jacob wants to stop him, like a God versus Lucifer thing. And the bright white light, that's not important. It just is. That's fine. But some really intelligent grounds for its existence, not just shit happens that there was this magical island that some people went to one day, but actual explanation of some kind. And removing the Flash Sideways universe, or keeping it as an alternate reality, would free up masses of time for explanation. And I don't mean sort of Jacob just sitting giving a lecture to the audience, but weaved into the discovery through the plot. I think that would show the writer's true skill. And I actually wouldn't mind all this at all. But there's one episode where Desmond sees into the Purgatory universe But after Charles Whitmore hits him with all the electromagnetic energy, and he sees him to death, using what Lost seems to think is magic is electromagnetic energy. It's not magic. Near the end, Lost characters' motives and reasons went way too unexplained to a level of annoyance. Like Charles Whitmore, why did he return to the island? Why is the man in black leaving bad? Why did Jacob have to create such a complex plan to get the candidates there? Just go and tell them. And since we'll never know these answers, and that's just frustrating. And being mildly autistic, I like answers and resolution. Because I think that shows a level of stupidity and ineptness by what I thought was a stunning writing team. And I think that's a shame. Lastly, the problem with the last episode of Lost is you could watch it and understand everything for the first time. How it was just a story of finding another. You didn't need to know that that bird called Hurley's name, or the Dharma Initiative were there, or even who Jacob was. Just that there were some guys on an island and they were happy together. And I think that really undermines the fans. I hate the word fan. Actually, I've already said that I was waiting after seasons like some widow. But no, I think it's offensive to have people watching something for 6 years and then say, "Oh, you can just watch the last episode and catch up." So yeah, it was a pretty ending. It had a nice resolution, but as an ending fit for a show the caliber of Lost, this has really dropped the ball, and I think it's a real shame. At least in the end of Thomas the Tank Engine, Thomas was burnt to death and used as scrap metal in some fetish club. That's fine. That's how you end a show. Lost wasn't even close.